ang bagyo, isa itong sakuna na mayroong malakas na hangin at malakas na ulan. Pwede rin magkaroon ng baha na maaaring umapaw sa bahay natin. At saka maaaring makapinsala siya ng komunidad at pumatay ng buhay at hayop at saka pati ng mga tanim. Maaaring mawala din ang mga hanap buhay ng tao. Meron tayong gagawin para maging ligtas.
Safety tips for typhoon. Store an adequate clothes, umbrella, foods, personal hygiene, noodles, canned goods, coffee, rice, battery and candles, water, medicines.
Keep yourself updated with the latest weather report. Examine your house and repair its unstable parts.
Make sure your house is already safe and stable when you enter.
Oh, see you guys. Hello there, friends. How are you? Is it just me or the ground is moving? Be careful. It's a landslide. Let me tell you about this natural disaster. When the upper mass of the soil gets dislocated from the lower layers and travels down the slope, it is referred to as a landslide. Can be caused by a number of reasons. It could be either natural causes like volcanic eruptions, soil erosions, and sometimes heavy rainfall increase the rate of landslides. Even human activities like mining, cutting trees, increase the fragility of the land and make it more prone to landslide. One of the most prevalent reasons is gravity. Well, whatever is up has to fall down due to gravity, isn't it? If you're living on a flat land with no hills or mountains, then you are safe. But if you're living somewhere between mountains and on a hill terrain, then, my friends, you might be at risk. But prepare with some simple steps. Avoiding building houses near steep slopes or at the edge of the mountains. Stay away from the drainage paths because water flow increase the speed of landslide.
Here's how to survive a landslide. Imagine you're out on a hill, soaking up the stunning views. Then suddenly, a violent storm started. Don't stand on your ground. A landslide might happen. Where should you go if you can't outrun a landslide? What's your last resort if you do get swallowed by one? Step 1. Prepare.
Have an emergency kit ready with food, water, first aid supply, and an emergency blanket. Choose a meeting place in case you get lost or you get separated with your families and friends. You only have minutes to get out from your home.
Step 2. Pay attention.
Be alert and stay awake. Most of the landslide death occurs when people are sleeping, and it's too late to run whenever the landslide is right next to your doorstep.
Attention residents, please evacuate right now.
A few moments later.
If you think that there is a risk of a landslide, don't ever think of getting some shut eye.
Naku! Ang mahal ko! Ang sasakyan ko! Ang mamay ko nawala na! Nandun sa landslide! Nandun sa landslide!
The impact of a landslide can be extensive, including loss of life, destruction of infrastructure, damage to land, loss of natural resources, and properties. And that's it for today, kids. See ya!
sa Pilipino. Pamilyang balita, serbisyo para sa pagbabago.
27.5 RSA Mapa Radio.
Araw, City of Davao. Pasok na balita.
Isa sa putukan ng people sa biglang pagtutok ng bulkang napunal bilang Pina, Davao City sa dakong hapon ng December 9, 2020. Bulkang napunal ay tinuturing na pinakamapanganib na bulkan sa Pilipinas sapagkat higit ng 48,000 katapang ang nangyayari
Every year, wildfires destroys thousands of homes and businesses. It is important to be aware of potential causes of wildfires and to always take steps to prevent a fire from spreading. A single lit of fire can start a greater disaster that may be oblivious to many.
Forest fires are one of the most devastating forces of nature. It has claimed lives, damaged property and infrastructure, and destroyed hectares of forest land, which provide economical and recreational resources.
Forest fires, man-made or natural, contribute to the forest loss. Fire is the oldest method used to clear land for farming and other uses, and it is still widely used in many countries. This is a concern not only because of the added threat to biodiversity and other natural systems, but deforestation, especially by fire, is also a key emitter of carbon dioxide. It might seem counterintuitive that a fire, which burns plant life and endangers animals within an ecosystem, could promote ecological health. But fire is a natural phenomenon, and nature has evolved with its presence. Many ecosystems benefit from periodic fires because they clear out dead organic material, and some plant and animal populations require the benefits fire brings to survive and reproduce.
Dili dapat magdula og suspuruha kay makadaot na sa kinaiyahan ha. Ha?
So we must make a move for the betterment. We take action in blocking the inducing factors of forest fires. In some instances, we can prevent some causes of forest fires, especially those brought forth naturally. But we can help in reestablishing the foundations of our forest through revitalizing the soil and planting more trees. With these little actions, we contribute in saving both humans and animals, especially the environment.
Plague is notorious for causing mass sickness and devastation, but its much tragedy as the diseases cause. It also helped drive crucial scientific and social progress. Plague is an infectious disease caused by the bacterium Yersinia pestis. It mainly affects rodents and spreads by way of insects. Because of this insect carrier's plague has been passed on to humans with devastating consequences. 3 major plague pandemics have occurred in human history, and while there occurred centuries apart, they shared similar traits that
The Black Death was an epidemic of bubonic plague, a disease caused by the bacterium Yersinia pestis that circulates among wild rodents where they live in great numbers and density. Such an area is called the plague focus or a plague reservoir. Plague among humans arises when rodents in human habitation, normally black rats, became infected. The black rats, also called the house rat and the sheep rat, takes to live close to people, the very quality that makes it dangerous. In contrast, the brown or gray rat prefers to keep its distance in sewers and cellars. Normally, it takes 10 to 14 days before plague has killed off most of a contaminated rat colony, making it difficult for great numbers of fleas gathered on the remaining but soon dying rats to find new hosts. After 3 days of fasting hungry rats, fleas turn on humans. From bite site, the contagion drains to a lymph node that consequently swells to form a painful boo-boo, most often in the groin, on the thigh, in an armpit, or on the neck. Hence the name bubonic plague. The infection takes 3 to 5 days to incubate in people before they fall ill, and another 3 to 5 days before in 80% of the cases the victims die. Thus, from the introduction of plague contagion among rats in a human community, it takes on average 23 days before the first person dies.
Bubonic plague has been with mankind for many centuries and is still to be found in a number of countries today. It causes a fever and swelling of the lymph glands in the armpits and groin, called boo-boos, from which it receives its name.
Magandang umaga, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Narito na ang mga nagbabagang balita sa oras na ito. COVID-19 update sa Pilipinas. Sakit na nakapekto sa buong mundo. Para sa karagdagang impormasyon sa tungkol sa sintomas ng COVID-19, ibabahagi ito ni Ms. Andrea Perez. Andrea?
Maraming salamat, Andrea. COVID-19 ay isang bagong uri ng coronavirus na umaapekto sa iyong katawan at mga daraanan ng buhay. Narito ang ilan sa mga sintomas ng COVID-19 sa Pilipinas. Maaaring makaramdam ng sipon, makati ang lalamunan, kawalan ng amoy at panlasa, pagsakit ng ulo, pagkahilo at pagsusuka.
Andrea Tero, nagbabalita.